hold up a sec. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear something?
It's game time. 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 Okay, so like the song says, we're gonna have game time.
Ooh, okay. Somebody get the flaming hot Cheetos or something and some hot tamales because we're about to play hot takes. Let's
Hot
go.
takes, hot takes. We about to play some hot takes. We know CJ's gonna win. So thank you for tuning in to Hot Takes.
It's hot.
Bruh. You got scared your voice was gonna crack again. That was so funny.
Do you also have the rules for this game to explain? Does it say?
Yeah, how do you play it?
Hot takes. If you don't know the rules of hot takes, all you have to do is state an opinion or position that you stand on about any topic, anybody or any topic, and we just debate and see what others think about it. You know, anybody got any? Anybody want to start something off?
I
Hmm.
go one. Oh, go ahead.
Titanic is an overrated movie and it's a waste of time.
I feel like I agree. I've never seen it. I've only seen parts of it, but I'm like, I don't really have I don't have a desire to watch it, and because of the hype it gets, it kind of annoys me.
Right. And it's like you already know how the movie's gonna end.
Yeah, no shade to all the people that love it. If you love it, that's awesome. My opinion isn't even completely valid because I have not watched the movie. However, I will say it's just something that I feel like was kind of thrown in my face, and I was like, I don't really want to bite.
Right. I mean, the only way I would watch a Titanic movie is if they make a remake, and it needs to be a comedy remake with Kevin Hart as the captain of the ship, Zendaya as the girl. I don't even know her name. What is her name? Jane.
Mm.
Y'all acting like y'all never seen Titanic. Justin, I know you've seen Titanic. You look like a Titanic watcher.
Yeah, I cried at the end of the movie too. It's it's definitely not a waste of time, but I feel like if I was gonna try and debate that, like first let me start off with like a nice brief explanation. Like Titanic, at least the movie that everyone thinks of by James Cameron, it's like really awesome how they shot it. They basically had this ginormous pool or whatever where they created waves and whatnot, like at the end when everybody falls off the ship and whatever. It was expensive to make, but when it was successful in the box office, I think James Cameron like added bonuses or just increased like the main actors' pay and stuff. I would research like what went into it, but it's a good movie. Like it's definitely historical fiction. We don't know if there was a couple. There probably were like romantic couples during that period of time who went on the ship and everything, but it's like the focus is on two prominent characters that meet on the Titanic and they happen to tragically like split apart when the ship goes down. But yeah, that's my debate I guess on it is it's not a waste of time.
I haven't seen the Titanic either. I've only seen portions of it, so but I would watch it, and I think Brandon should try and watch it too because I mean, isn't the main character like an artist? And I think aren't we all artists over here? I don't know.
True.
So I'm also black. That'll mean I will see everybody as black.
All I remember about it is
Rushing water and Leonardo DiCaprio hugging a woman and then somebody arms out and bars. I don't know.
Right, like you're talking about that one scene when they're seeing the world at the tip of the Titanic.
Wait, hold on. Let's scratch this. Scratch the Titanic thing, delete all of that because I got a better hot take. All right, here we go. Well, my hot take is that I would go to a Diddy party.
Yo, we can't
yo,
start off that.
That's my hot take, and I'm dead serious. Do you know how much of an honor it would be to be invited to a Diddy party?
yo,
Now you have to understand what a Diddy party really is. There's a difference between a Diddy party and a freak off. I'm talking about the freak off, what he's in court for. But there's many celebrities and many people who are innocent and weren't involved in the craziness that happened like at the after party of the Diddy parties. But being invited to a Diddy party, like, come on.
Couldn't pay me. Couldn't pay me, bro. This is good.
For me, it depends on what celebrities are there because there might be some I want to meet, but I don't. I definitely don't care to meet him. Even before all of this stuff came out, I didn't really care. But well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say I didn't care. I'm not gonna ever say I don't really. I had no interest in it. I had no interest. There was nothing alluring about it, about him, or about it to me. I appreciate his contribution to music, though. You can never deny that about a person, whether they um, did wrong or just something that nobody likes. I guess so. Music stands for itself, but yeah, it depends on who's there. I'm a pretty shy person, and I don't go. I don't really like. I don't go to parties unless someone goes with me, and that's even if I'm invited. If I'm not invited, of course, I'm not going. But if somebody is like, I'm one of those people where I like to be inside all the time, and I do like to go outside sometimes. But even when my friends are like, "Hey, let's go do this," I'm like, ah. I'm one of those people that get very happy when sometimes it depends on what it is and who it is, but I'm one of those people that get really happy when plans are canceled, but I don't want to do them. I don't think I want to go to a Diddy party.
Man, just to say that.
I don't think I want to go to a Diddy party. And it depends on who's there. It depends on who's there.
So you got to go see who's there.
I do, but if as soon as I see somebody I don't like, I'm walking out or I'm turning the other way because there's a lot of people I don't like in the industry today. And y'all already know. Don't even get me started on that.
Vince, are you going to a Diddy party?
Yeah, that's a hard pass for me. So no, no, thank you.
Why? But y'all do understand that the Diddy party is different than the freak offs.
It's not. It's not.
It
It's
is.
not. It's masquerading as a Diddy party. Um, I think there's what else needs to
masquerading
be
as a freak
said?
off.
Like, bro,
There's a lot of celebrities who who've been and who's went, just left before all that craziness. So you could
You,
add me to that group. But after the after party, yeah, I'm leaving. I ain't doing it. As soon as I see a bottle of baby oil, I'm leaving.
bruh.
Deceased. I mean, I'm sure I don't know what stuff he's doing, but I'm sure he's not going in the middle of the club like, yeah, baby, then squeezing it in the middle of the floor. I don't think he's doing that. So,
Uh, wait.
I don't know how you gonna get your sign that baby oil was on the premises, but shoot, dang, I'm mad that you put this.
That was a hot take. Who got the next hot take? We're not playing mild take. Ain't no ranch in here. We going hot. Who got the next?
Mm.
Is that all anybody has to say about that? Jeez. They're saying yes. They're shaking their heads yes.
Yeah, hold on. If we playing this game, we got to play it right.
We are playing the game right. You said your thing and we gave our opinion.
I know. I'm
Hmm.
saying someone else got to come with a hot take. Everybody being quiet.
I'm thinking because that was like 0 to 100. I'm trying to think of.
Right.
Let me
Hey, do y'all not know what hot takes are?
let me see. Let me think of mine. Let me think of mine. Hmm. I don't know if this is hot enough. I was just trying to think. Shoot. What it was originally gonna be was like pineapple on pizza is pretty good, but that's so mild.
It's
It's
delicious.
so
It's
mild
delicious.
compared. It's so mild now.
That's not a hot take. That's a TikTok take.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a hot take.
I got one for Brandon specifically.
Me too. I had one
I
for
knew so.
Brandon.
I knew something was coming. I knew something was coming. If y'all try me, I'm going in. Go. Telling you right now. Go.
Vince go for it. He could go
But
first.
you already have an answer for it. But I was gonna say Michael Jackson did not invent the moonwalk.
I know that. I know he didn't. I saw it. I saw videos of. I know that. He just
That's
made
not
Yeah,
a
it.
hot
He just
take.
made it famous. Put that
That's
back in the microwave. Think again.
yeah.
most people think he did.
Well, mine for Brandon was gonna be that. Well, I would say it as if I were Brandon, but he like that the Legend of Korra is better than ATL or something.
Bruh.
Uh,
CJ, I know CJ
which
can't
it's
really.
not. Which it's not though. That's the
That's
thing.
CJ can't say anything on this. And you know what? I'm ready to battle you two. I really am. I really
that's a
am.
good one. The Legend of Korra is trash.
Whoa, those are
Can we cuss
fighting
on this
words.
podcast?
Those are fighting words. Not,
Can we cuss on this podcast?
No, I guess not.
no, I guess.
Well,
Listen,
listen here, you flirt for Flugen. Don't try me like that. Because, first of all, I will agree that Avatar The Last Airbender is definitely a great show. It is definitely more successful than Legend of Korra. But The Legend of Korra is its own thing for its own time. I don't think that it's fair to compare it because it is a continuation of the same story. Whether you like it or not, it's a part of the Avatar universe. Universe. Korra is the Avatar, whether you like it or not. She's the Avatar. You got to deal with it. Um, she, her story is very complex, and her experiences are very complex. And I think that The Legend of Korra is more relatable to real world issues. With it, I mean, real world issues like there are a lot of things in government, going on. Yes, in ATLA there was a lot of, there was the war, there's the genocide, and the how how would you the war, right? Would you was it is that the best way to say it? There is war in real life. There are people who think that they're better than the other person, and all of that is real, but we don't face those things every day. The things Cora had to go through, or think, you know, some of the plots happen every day with politics and battling depression. Um, I don't really know how to say it, but Cora was a character that grew up for 17 years isolated in one area. She has not experienced the rest of the world until she was 17 years of age. That's a long time just being in the same environment, especially when you're being told you're this great thing, you're this great person, you are you're hyped up like all the time. So you think you're gonna go out into the world thinking that you the stuff if everybody in your circle was telling you, is going rah rah like yeah you and all of that stuff, and then you come out into the world and they're like they immediately question um your validity, I guess. Like for those that don't know, the Avatar is a beloved figure in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, and they are highly not worshipped, but they are highly praised. They everybody knows of the Avatar, and they hold a great status amongst the world. And when when your Korra is told that about herself all the time, because the Avatar reincarnates every time they die. So when she's told that, oh, you're the Avatar, and then you are so gifted, and you're this or you're that, just accolades, here, there, and everywhere, you're bound to go out and act as such. And when you're faced with everybody gets faced with something they've never experienced before, and you're going to act a certain way because you really don't know how to act, how to act or react to um, situations that you don't know realistically. And there's PTSD in Korra. We don't really see that because Korra was made for an older audience anyway. It's where we start to experience those things like um, venturing into a new world, like I mentioned before. Like I said, PTSD, um, constantly trying to find where you fit in and everything. There are a lot of mature um, lessons and themes in this show that I believe are just more realistic to the real world than ATLA. I love both equally, but I do identify and relate to Korra a lot more than I did Aang because of the stuff that she went through. Korra in high school helped me get through depression a lot because of uh, seeing how she handled being traumatized. Like she was literally almost killed, and going through something traumatic like that, and then seeing how it affects that person, it's like step by step. If you're going obviously if you're going through that, you can see that. So all that to say, it is it's a very different show on purpose. So it should not be compared to this thing because they're not about the same issues. They're different. They're two different eras, two different times with so many different things going on. So I don't think that they should be compared at all. Even when people narrow it down to, oh, who's the better Avatar, Korra or Aang, they are shaped by it. Even it's even said in the show, an Avatar is shaped by the events of their time or the demands of their time. You can't say that one is better than the other because they're not all dealing with the same exact things, you know. And I think I took my. I'm so passionate about defending Korra because again I see a lot of myself in her. So it's I don't like when people say, "Oh, the show sucks," or "Oh, Korra was a bad person and a bad avatar." You got to consider what she's going through, what she's experienced, and that's the same for us. All we know of Aang is that he was a happy-go-lucky kid. Yeah, he had some loss, and that's very traumatic, absolutely. But there isn't a single person that has to, as far as the plot of ATLA, the overarching thing is a war. The overarching motif issue, whatever, is the war, and nobody in the real world. There's not one single person in the real world that has to, Jesus aside, there's no one person that has to stop that entire war, that entire thing from happening, event from happening. That's not realistic to facing. Uh, there's a dictator there, but facing uh, government related issues. I kind of already said everything else, and I can't. There are more, things that I could say about that, but uh, I just can't really completely verbalize it right now. Bottom line, they're t- they're two different pieces of art. Why would you say this? This one is better than the other? Because they're both beautiful in their own way.
Okay. Hmm. My hot take is this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but I don't think paying money to go to a WWE match is worth it. That's my hot take. I think you're better off sitting at home watching some Mortal Kombat or just like doing something else with your money instead of paying to see people pretend to fight. That's my hot take.
Would you pay money to go to a concert?
Yes.
So why wouldn't you pay money to see people perform? That's what they're doing. They're not pretending to fight.
Exactly.
They're performing.
They're putting
Just
on a
like
show. They're entertaining.
right. And some of these singers be lip syncing. Y'all don't say nothing.
Yeah.
And that's actually worse. That's actually worse than professional wrestling. Lip syncing is way worse than professional wrestling because you can't fake fight. You cannot fake getting slammed through a table. You cannot fake doing a backflip off of a ladder. You can fake punches, you can fake kicks, but that's not what they're doing. They're doing that probably like once or twice during a match.
Scripted doesn't necessarily mean fake.
Facts.
And it's like you said, it's like watching a movie without it being on the screen. Are you going to tell me that character is? Are you going to say that character is fake just because they're not actually that character? They're acting. They're supposed to be in both sides, whether the film or the wrestling.
You pay money to go to a movie theater, don't you?
Yeah.
You can say those stories are fake.
But see, here's my take. It's due to the fact that there's actually MMA, there's boxing, there's like stuff that goes down like with the Olympics. I
How do,
believe, right? Yeah.
how do you know that though? How do you know UFC isn't scripted? They're owned by the same company.
I don't, but I'm thinking it's definitely more contact than I guess like I know WWE they be throwing each other around, but like UFC, bro.
It
CJ
may
has
be
pulled up
faster.
CJ has pulled up a childhood photo for memory's sake.
That's a childhood photo at a WWE event. Another ring isn't. You probably can't really see the ring.
It
But
may be faster, but that doesn't mean there still isn't, a lot of contact.
yeah. And on top of that, because someone tried to bring that up to me as well, that MMA fighters have more contact or whatever. Wrestlers have way more matches than MMA fighters do because MMA fighters actually contact each other or whatever. An average MMA fighter only fights about 20 fights in their lifetime. Could you guess how many matches John Cena has wrestled? Just give me a number. Just guess how many matches you think John
And he
Cena.
started in the early 2000s.
I'm gonna say
Professional.
800. 800.
I'm gonna look this up right now. I know it's more than 800. 3,500 just in WWE.
That's why you're my favorite, John.
Regardless of if the punches or kicks are faked. Again, he's getting slammed like during all these matches. Have you ever been slammed on a trampoline or a bed? Even with the padding, you still get some whiplash in your neck. Like it still hurts a little bit. Know what I'm saying?
You still bleed.
Still bleed.
It's not fake.
I mean, what do you think, Vince? Whose side are you on?
Um, I I mean, if I was 10 years old, I'd be like, yeah, like I'd go and watch WWE at the arena. But I mean, as an adult, once I learned that it's kind of fake, even though you guys define it a different way, yeah, I wouldn't pay money right now.
Did you just listen to anything we just said?
I did. I did, but I mean, yeah, 10 maybe yeah, if I was a little kid, yeah, I would love to go, but right now, not really, not really.
What's your favorite movie, Vince?
But to be fair, if I had a kid, I would pay for my kid to go to
No, no,
watch
no,
it.
no. That's no, no, no. What's your favorite movie, Vince?
What's my favorite movie?
Yes.
I'll choose one that you haven't seen before. It's called Silver Skates
Don't matter
on
if
Netflix.
I watched it.
it's fake. It's on
It's
Netflix.
scripted. It's scripted, therefore it's fake.
In fact, a movie is way more fake than wrestling.
Huh?
Explain that. That doesn't make any sense.
What are you talking about?
A movie, wrestlers don't have stunt doubles. I don't know what movie you're talking about, but whatever actor is in it, if it's like an action movie or whatever, even if it's not an action movie, shoot, Tyler Perry had a stunt double just for falling in his last Medea movie. He just fainted and he had a whole stunt double.
Yep.
There's no stunt doubles in wrestling. There's more stunt doubles in movies than there are in wrestling.
Even the guy that played Deadpool, that bye 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 scene that wasn't Ryan Reynolds.
That was
Right,
somebody else.
right.
So it's the argument that wrestling is just another movie, but one with simulated fighting.
The argument, at least for me, what I'm trying to explain is you're saying that you guys are saying that wrestling is fake because it's scripted. Movies are indeed scripted as well. So if you're saying that wrestling is fake, then you're saying the same for movies because they're quote unquote scripted. They're not real, but you'll pay to go see a movie instead of going to see an actual experience in person.
I mean, not necessarily, because from my stance, it was more about like with a movie, when you buy your ticket and you're going to the cinema, you're getting immersed in a world. There's a lot of components like with the sound and the music and
You're
everything. But at a WWE match,
right.
it's
You're going through
live.
the same exact thing.
It's the same exact thing. You're getting immersed in the world. You're getting immersed in the characters. The music. John Cena has one of the most iconic songs of all time. When
It's
you
like
go, people sing along. There's fireworks that happen when certain people come out. What are you talking about?
It's a show, it's entertainment, it's performance. It's just like basketball too. You gonna say basketball is fake?
No, but I will say like I get the same vibe as like going to a racing event. Like when you were if you were to go to NASCAR, like some people are really into that. And that's just my hot take is that for WWE, I get the same vibe as like trying to go to a NASCAR, like a race, a derby or whatever.
Wait, no, now you're rescinding. Originally, it was because it was fake.
Yes, I'm still standing like on that original point, but like it not being worth your money is what I mentioned. To go to
then nothing in the world is worth your money.
what? That's
If
so
you're saying rest,
existential.
if you're saying because there are, it's like I don't know.
I've
I
never
don't
been to
know.
one though. I certainly have never been to one, so I can't like I could have my mind potentially changed on the matter. Who's trying to take me to a WWE match?
But it's an event. It's like it's a stadium event. You can go to any stadium event and get the same slash similar experiences. You know, or not experiences, the same feeling, such interaction. You hear all the excitement and the roar of the crowd and everything. Everybody's getting excited or whatever. You immerse yourself into that too. You know, basketball games, whatever. It's concerts. It's like saying, concerts are scripted. They're rehearsed
Right.
like all the time. They like, what is what's the track list? Wait, what's the set list? They got to figure all that out beforehand. They can't just go out there and be like, all right, I'm going to sing this. Band, do you know all of this? Great, cool.
Artists are characters.
Exactly.
Artists are characters.
And even sports, they are, not scripted, but they're also performing for an audience too. You can't say you can't say that it's fake. Well, you can't say that wrestling is fake and that's not, because essentially they're doing the same thing. I don't want What I don't understand is why the real reason you guys are saying it's fake, because we've come up with a counter for every single thing that you guys have said. That what's the base reason? Not these little things that we've been talking about. What's the real reason you say that? Because people told you it was fake, and now you have that stigma in your mind.
I think it's definitely the reputation it gets.
Mm.
I don't have much to go off of not ever being to a WWE match. I've been to sports games, concerts, movies, etc. And like even live plays. But with wrestling, I guess you're watching people get beat up. Um, they're being tossed around in a box and other stuff. But um, I don't know.
There's football too. They get roughed up and all.
Yeah, football is one of my least favorite sports for sure. Actually, it's not even a favorite. I just don't like football like that. But that's not so much as a hot take as it is WWE. Because, bro,
Bro, you literally eat fake meat.
yo, hey,
Oh.
hold up. Hold up. Pause the game. We riot. We riot. Yo.
I really wish that I had brought my cousin on here because he has a lot to say about wrestling. The guy I told you about that has a wrestling podcast. I really wish that he was on here and brought that up.
That was a good one, though.
It was a great one. Um, I don't know if I had. Does anybody else have one? I don't know if I really have one.
I will say, just to toss it in there, what I consume may people will ask me like why eat something that's advertising to be something else, but at the end of the day, I did not like claim to not like the taste of burgers or things that I no longer consume. I just eat it in a form that's not like harming any animals, etc., but also is generally less negatively impacting your body. Um So like, from black bean burgers to straight up impossible burgers. I mean, we could talk about that maybe in greater detail another time, but like people have their hot takes on impossible burgers as like a company, but now we might just go off track. But yeah, like shoot, people say I eat a lot of fake stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm eating what the thing is, not like I mean, I know something is not genuinely gonna be bacon or mac and cheese, but I'll eat the vegan version of that and take my chances then. Um, I don't know, whatever is in like dairy and meat or whatever, but yeah, I'm gonna park it there. I'm an
Yep.
enigma to other friends. I'm an enigma when I mentioned the whole plant-based stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, but anywho's it. We gotta keep it pushing. Wait, who's Vince? Do you have a hot take? Scorching, sizzling, molten lava take.
We need some better hot takes. I started this with Diddy. Come on.
Yo.
I think we should do a whole episode of just hot takes.
Yeah, y'all need to think of some and bring them back because
It
I
was
can't.
hard to
But
think. Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
hard. I was gonna say that Ratatouille is not that great of a Pixar movie, but
All right now. All right. Okay. And we'll save that one for
Rats in the
another
kitchen,
one.
bro. Rats in the kitchen. Heck to
No,
the nah,
it's a cartoon.
bro. Straight from the sewers he came. Yo, I'm sorry.
Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the We Just Here podcast. We love to hear from y'all, so please give us a like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family, and leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. All right, peace. We out.